If you've seen Spectating Nightmares, you know that some players are really, really bad at the game. But not me. Which is why today we're doing Spectating Dreams, where we watch how I play the game so that we can learn how to play the game good. Like me, the best gamer of them all. Just kidding, I make a lot of mistakes too, and you'll probably see that throughout this video. Starting off on round 1, no mistakes made yet. Gonna throw some val cams. Don't do this val cam because it turns out that's actually outside and the cam just doesn't work. So there you go. Mistake number 1 already made in less than 45 seconds from a champion R6 player. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that I'm bad at the game too? This one, for some reason, isn't outside, though, but the other one is. So the game from the test server, so this isn't a ranked game necessarily, but there's still a lot you can learn from this match, which is why I'm bringing it on today. So if you're trying to get better at the game, you're in the right place. Here we are. Playing underneath. This is step number 1. I mean, I'm obviously looking at the cams, trying to figure out where they spawn, where they're pushing in from. We have the cam in stock for that C4 from below. The biggest thing is I don't want to get killed by them hopping into open area, so I can keep checking this cam outside to see if they come in through this window or through this janitor door. So I just have kind of all my bases covered. I have the basement cam, so cycling through, looking at the basement cam, looking at the outside cam, looking at the lobby cam. These are all the different potential threats and potential ways they can come from. And as long as I'm aware of those, paying attention to them, then I won't get snuck up on and shot in the back of the head. So it is safe for me to play on the cameras if I do these things. You see the drone square. What do? We instantly react. We see that they are droning out square from basement, so I'm going to run over here and contest it. I'm going to stop them from taking this for free because map control is everything, right? I have a bit of advantage because they don't know I'm here, so I'm going to peek the angle. Barely missing, fall off the angle. We're not going to repeat that. That would be dumb. If we repeat this, he's got the AK-12, we're peeking back into it, and we die. So we're not going to do that. What are we going to do? Make a new angle, a punch hole. Unfortunately, there's a pillar right here, Poxonlox. You can't see the door from there, you idiot. Would have been better to do it right here, right? Then, you know, he's not going to see it. He's probably going to die to it. Because they can peek either side of the pillar, and I'm taking basically a 50-50 chance that I pick the right direction. So you see here, I do end up getting the buck. Now what do? Do I re-peek for this fuse, or do I run away? Well, I have a massive ego, and I think I'm the best, so I'm going to re-peek the fuse like a moron. Now, this isn't the worst case scenario. It's not the greatest option, but because he does play it so passive and just wastes so much time, I just do, like you see that they've taken hardly anything. They've only taken blue, only taken square. I'm expecting this guy to push with the buck to try and get up square. That's why I'm wide swinging it. But at the end of the day, this is something you don't need to peek. You can get the kill and fall off. Going for the flank here is what gets me killed. But take note of what we learned this round, how they pushed, what they did, how long it took, right? That's half the round gone, and they took essentially 2 rooms. They took square and they took server. So what does that mean? These guys aren't going to be able to execute. They're going to play so slow. Their playstyle so slow that we can adopt and adjust based on that. We're going to go cab because they came into the basement. They took so much time. We can hide in a stupid spot down there and then probably get an interrogation. So we should do the bomb site setup with the shotgun, obviously. And then at the start of the round, we're going into server, checking the cams, seeing where they spawn, and trying to pick off whoever pushes alone. So hiding just right here is going to be great. Why? Because if they do drone, they'll probably drone behind here, and then they might drone through here, and they might not even look, or they'll just go straight up blue stairs based on the push they had before. So we're adjusting based on where they pushed last round by hiding here. So I'm going to sit here. If I get droned, what am I going to do? I'm going to shoot the drone and run away. That wastes time. If I don't get droned, they're not going to check. They might not check the corner, and I'll get a free kill. But if they do drone, I shoot the drone. I just run away. I hide in another spot. I can waste more time. They try and come and find me again or drone me out again. I can shoot another drone, waste more time. So we're just shooting drones and wasting time. We're wasting time early in the round because we know they already waste so much time themselves. We're just stacking on the amount of time they waste, which will screw them over later in the round. So I'm going to sit here and wait. And we wait, and we wait, and the buck comes in with no drone, and he doesn't know which angle to look at, right? He's checking the hatch, he's checking the staircase, he's checking everything, and he doesn't look the right way, and that is a free interrogation. And this is why I love CAF. For players that play like this, people that just walk through the map aimlessly, it just makes it so free. We get the other down onto the Ash, Vigil just kills her through the hatch, so already we are in a 4v2 situation right off the start of the round. And we know that the other team likes to waste all their time. So what are we going to do after we get this kill and get this interrogation and get these picks? We're just going to go back to site. Why? Because now we wait for them to actually push into the bomb site. This guy's just sitting on the roof. Classic. This is what we expect from them, right? Based off their performance last round, we're not going to peek these guys. They're just baiting for kills. Like most players that play this game, sit on the roof and bait for kills. If you're this player, that is not good. And when you do finally decide to stop baiting because it's not working, look what happens. I reinforce the rotate hole. I'm sitting on the Mira. If they push square, I can kill him through this wall. He has to rotate around to stock. At this point, while they're pushing, like, they still have the plant. Remember, this is something you always want to keep in your back of your head. They have to plant the bomb. How do they plant the bomb in here with the Mira facing them? How do they get into square with the Mira facing them? How do they get into sight when the general reinforcement is reinforced, right? This guy has no option. So what does he do? He baits. He tries to find kills. He sees that there's a rotate, but going into stock won't do anything. There's a Mira facing him. He can't push in here now unless he aces the Mira. And if he does, there's still 2 of us, right? So this guy, he's just wasting all his time. There's 20 seconds left. What are we doing? We're just sitting and waiting. If he pushes through the rotate, I'm probably going to win this gunfight. My Mira's playing over here, watching B site. If he goes square at this point, shoots me in the back, he still doesn't have time to plant, so he really has no hope. And as you can see right here, the baiter runs out of time and loses the round, and all we had to do was sit in a corner and do absolutely nothing. Simplify your game. If you're playing people like this, waste a little bit of time and then sit in the bomb site. Now we head to basement. We're playing Warden. We're going to try to hold blue stairs and server. What I like to do here is reinforce the hatch. I'm actually just speed it up. Reinforce the hatch and then barricade this door. That way they can't just walk down on this. It wastes a little bit of time of them punching it, which gives me the time to rotate. So if I hear the barricade start to break, I can actually rotate to the staircase and hold this before they're completely down the stairs, unless they like run through with the shield or something. So we're holding dirt off the start. If they push dirt, they're getting a shotgun to the face. They end up team killing for some reason, so you know, classic. Now here's what I didn't expect. I did not expect my soloist to barricade this door. This gridlock is already blue stairs, and I couldn't hear it. Actually, I think at this point I knew the gridlock was here. So what I'm trying to do is hold this door, because if this gridlock gets down, now they have a crossfire onto server, right? They can push dirt and push this door at the same time, and he can use this doorway as cover to peek us in server while we're kind of using this as cover, but we're kind of pinned down. They can flash us from here. We're not in a good spot at this point. So what I'm trying to do is kill him before he gets to this point by opening the door, not running into the grenade, so backing away, trying to pop this pipe. So you see me shooting at the pipe just to try and blow it up to cover my back while I fight the guy's blue, right? We're trying to isolate the gunfights, because the worst case scenario right now is this guy peeks me and this guy peeks me at the same time. So I try to pop that pipe to slow them down, and then I can pursue the fight on bottom blue. I have to try to kill this guy. If I don't try to kill this guy and I just sit here holding an angle, that's when this guy comes in and claps my cheeks. Why? Because my teammate's over peeking and he's probably bad. He's probably gonna get dunked on. Realistically, if I trust this guy to hold this properly and I'm not worried about him dying and then getting shot in the back, I can play this pretty passive, just peeking off this doorway. But that's what I'm going to do regardless. I'm just holding this guy, trying to get the pick. If he swings, I have the shotgun and he dies, right? And then we have blue control, and now we have a crossfire on dirt again. But I win. But I whiffed. Solus does get him, so we got a trade out of it. So nice work from this guy. Turns out I'm the bad teammate after all. Welcome back to Spectating Nightmares. Turns out we switch it up quite a bit here, and then I get shock thrown to death. So not a stellar round by me by any means, but you can kind of see the breakdown of what went wrong. And if we could maybe hold this control on blue a little bit better and be positioned a little more properly, we can have a lot more success, especially with that gridlock just running in blue stairs, right? If I know my teammates holding dirt, I can hold blue stairs. So a slight misplay on where I'm actually positioned there, which was not ideal. All right, we're on the Cali this round. I do believe I switch off. Yeah, playing the Habana here, getting a general info. I mean, I think I was talking to chat or something. I was live streaming at the time. Follow me on Twitch. Go watch the live streams there. At this point, I'm playing Habana for lobby repel. I mean, having lobby presence is so good. We have a cam lobby, so I can see kind of where they're at. I can kind of check and see if there's anyone in this lower hallway, because I can wall bang them from this far right repel as well, right? If you're on this far right repel, you can shoot people down in this hallway. You see the bandit there. I'm not sure if I checked the camera to actually find them, but you can open up this long angle, which is really nice. You see my teammates actually just hitting the bomb site right away. So the faster I get this open, the better, because then I can hold his flank on this hallway for when he's in the bomb site. So even though we're so far apart right now, I see this guy's in lobby, so I know my lobby's clear and I can repel this safely. And now I have to open this up and try to hold this for him so he's not getting flanked. Ideally, this wall's being reinforced. If you see it's not reinforced, you just pick Ash or whatever and do it way easier. But if it is reinforced, the Habana is going to be a good pick. So that's part of the reason why we're doing it. And I obviously messed up the pellets. You want to not do it off the light, so just be careful while you're doing that. Ace is also a great option for this. Now, at this point, I'm kind of checking the cams, trying to see just if I can figure out where they are, because I see that my teammate's in the bomb site. I'm like, wait, my teammate's in the bomb site. Is there even anybody in stock? Like, what is going on? Where is the other team right now? So I'm trying to figure that part out. So I checked the drones. I realized that they are in stock. So I'm going to make a better angle since this thing is blocking my vision so I can actually hold them in here. You see my teammate from site pushing up the hallway too. At this point, realistically, I should just go to the site window and get in the bomb site. We have control of the bomb site. We know it's clear. My teammate just went all the way through. I can just go plant. Like, there's nobody in the site and I have the bomb. So why am I still here? That's the question you gotta ask. I don't know, honestly. I think I was just trying to get a clip of me killing someone from this rappel, but then I kind of realized, like, hey, this is kind of dumb. But yeah, this is a situation where I would just go straight to the site and hurry up and plant the bomb. Now my teammate's kind of screwed. So honestly, me still being here is kind of screwing my teammates over. Managed to down the dock, and then he escapes. Now I'm like, okay, let's give it up. Let's go to the bomb site. Let's go plant the bomb. Something I should have done 45 seconds ago. Keep in mind. We can still learn from it. Like, even though I'm playing it poorly, it's something that we can all learn from, right? So, I know the site's clear. Why? Because my teammate's been in there pretty much the entire time. The Clash is here now, though, so he kind of did loop in on him. But I see the Claymore. There's no rotate. So, really, the only way they can push from at this point, and this is what you gotta take notes of, is this hallway, right? This is Claymore. They'll shoot the Claymore if they come through here. They could technically impact through this wall, which I will hear thanks to the new CJX audio if they want to do that. I can hear the guy actually square as I'm planting the diffuser. I hear him jump over, I believe. I'm like, I gotta get out. I gotta get out before he blasts this wall and kill me or sprays to the wall or whatever. But now that the bomb's planted, this is one of the most winnable post plants in the game. If you're on attack and you get a bomb down planted on this window, it is very, very difficult to lose if you play it right. So the biggest thing is I want to make sure they don't hop out and kill me, and I want to make sure I don't die from lobby. So if I can have a teammate with a drone, you know, we had that lobby drone. If I just, you know, they can call it out so I can stay low. I can stay low on this rappel so they can't actually see me. And then if they start defusing, I have those two flashbangs. I can free fire. I can bait them off the plant. The biggest thing is don't get hopped out on and don't get killed that way. So as soon as I hear the glass, I want to try and kill this guy. Remember, he can't ADS while he's dropping. So if I kill him before he hits the ground, there's basically no chance of him killing me. That Claymore gets a kill. Now I'm in a 1v1. This is the perfect situation. Why? Because if he hops out the window, he doesn't have time to go and defuse. So I want him to hop out the window. Hop out the window and kill me. I don't care. You're gonna lose, right? So all I have to do is bait, make sure he doesn't defuse, and try to force him to hop out the window to try and kill me. And if he doesn't hop out the window, well, he's probably gonna lose anyway because he has to defuse the bomb. So basically, my priority right here is just staying alive. And if he's almost done defusing, shoot him in the face. That's it. You see at this point, he doesn't even go for the defuse. As Clash, this is actually possibly winnable. If you have the impacts, what you could do is impact the shelf out and defuse from this side. And then I have to rappel in on you if you have enough time to do it. And then you can come off and kill him and then defuse. Other than that, though, like if this bomb's planted back more, you can place the shield in front of it and use it as cover to defuse. That also forces the person to swing in, but he doesn't really have that option, landing in a pretty easy 1v3 that round. If you guys want a really, really good lobby drone for info, follow these steps. Jump on the couch, jump on the TV, and then you want to do like a little sprint dash jump up to the ledge, and then you can jump on this light. This is one of my favorite drones in the entire game, and it's so useful. You can see all of lobby. You can see if they go into lone office. Most people don't check here for the drone, and it's just really, really good. If you want to kind of stop people from doing it, you can shoot the TV, but there is another way up if you jump on these ledges and back and then up on here, and then you can jump across from here, yada yada. We do have a Gone 6 on 0, I believe, so we can just Gone 6 hot drop it if we want. But the 0 is really good for this site specifically. This is one of the few sites in the game I actually use 0 on, because you can gather info on everything that you need. So you can shoot 0 cams to this top hallway, you can shoot one into the wall into tellers, and then you can shoot one down here. So this one will get you can zap the default cam, then you can gain info on tellers and front tellers, front desk, whatever this is called. And then you can also get the flank set up for top marble if they are peeking from the top floor. So you just gain so much info so quick that it's super effective. Now, if you are worried about it, you can, or you say you're attacking the top floor, you can shoot one onto this pipe and tase the default cam as well. So there's a lot you can do with the 0 cams here, which I really do appreciate. I just said to send it for a rush. I just sent it, dropped the hatch, and now we're in the bomb site. Now we're just looking for picks, looking for fights. We see all the lion scan server, so we know they're probably going to come from that way. You do have to be careful of people sitting in B site, but obviously there's no rotate, and there's no rotate here, meaning all of Red Hall is free. and I can take up on this corner and catch them in server very, very quickly to the point where they're probably not even ready for it. So going deep, obviously. Now we're ADSing because we're worried about them rotating back. Easy kill. Looking for another. It's Clash, of course. There's the Jaeger, the guy playing off the Clash. At this point, you're just...
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
I hate this operator, dude. At this point, I don't really know if I can do anything there. Oh, I ran out of ammo. That's really unfortunate. This is the thing about Clash. And this is something I've learned from the test server. When you're in this situation, most of the time it's better to just ignore the Clash. Like, is there anything you can do in this situation besides just punch her? Not really, because if you ignore her, she'll place the shield down, which might be a good time to swing up on her. But the fact she can just shock you, I don't know why she didn't shock me at all at this point. So I'm just trying to shoot her legs. Team play is going to work, obviously. Running out of ammo is definitely worst case scenario. But I managed to waste enough time that the other guy is dead. This guy's in the bomb site now, and then he loses round 2 impacts and getting clapped. So that's pretty classic. Picking the IQ this round, obviously I had the Valkyrie, so I'm just gonna look for those Valk cams. I do have that lobby drone, so I know lobby is fairly clear. Just gonna quickly check it again. They shot it, so I'm going to re-drone, right? They shot my camera, so I don't know if it's clear. Now I have to re-drone. That's why shooting that camera is so good. Not only are you getting rid of the info, but you're wasting the people's time. Like, I have to check this now because they could be anywhere in lobby because they shot this cam. So I have to make sure it's actually good before I go in. Really basic droning. I did find the bandit. I tried to kind of pretend that I didn't see him so that he would stay in the corner, because if he thinks that I didn't see him, he will probably still hide there, making for an easy pre-fire and an easy kill, right? So I tried to nade him just to get him out, swing in, take him out. Like, just very basic. Try to pin him in. We can actually watch this gunfight again just to really break down what happens here. So that's where I see him. And I drive away as if I didn't. And now I'm going to aim at him, right? Now I'm ready for him to swing. I'm ready for him to be here. I'm holding him in. I can see if he crosses. You never want to lose this line of sight. So I see when he starts to cross, which gives me a little bit of damage on him, right? And I still have the line of sight. You notice that I never give up this line of sight, because the second I do, he could cross over and then he could be gone. And I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him because I want to make sure I kill him. He's in a really bad spot. You know, we can get on these rappels to pinch him even harder. I can just hold him in here and get my teammates to help. Obviously, there's nobody around, so I'm going to try and use my grenades. That's when he finally crosses, which is why I wide swing, because if he gets to escape here, I'm killing him as he's escaping. Then I realize he's on the right side, so I'm holding him in again, swinging off the sound with a grenade to cover my footsteps, pre-fire, done. Now we gotta worry about the reinforcements, the backup. Do they have other people trying to peek this? I don't know, but I'm just getting active apparently. Where are my teammates at? My teammates are rappelling down square. They're kind of in the building. So my teammates are pushing, so I want to push with them. So I'm in lobby. I think the default cam is shot at this point. I think that is a match replay bug. I don't know why I would leave it up if I stared directly at it, so I'm assuming it's gone. Yeah, okay. So the lobby cam's gone. I'm looking for Val cams, looking for any sort of like info from below so I can see if someone's on cams. I can hear that guy stalk. He just killed my teammates. There's that Val cam stalk that I'm looking for. I obviously hear this guy in stalk as well, so I'm just baiting, looking around. Oh, I didn't actually see him. That is so sad. That is actually so sad. Like, I actually didn't see his little head there. Could hear him though, so I started kind of pre-firing through the floor. That might be a spectator bug, because I clearly looked right at his face. Anyway, staying underneath hoping for a kill the entire time is not the play. So we're going to leave, we're going to take map control, and we're going to try and use the map control to get more kills, rather than hoping this guy walks over the giant hole in the floor and sacrifices his life. We're going to try to work up square. Now, keep in mind, they could, of course, be in archives and stuff. At this point in the round, there's not really a reason for them to still be in archives, unless they have a pulse below or something, and we know the Valk's above. So I'm pretty safe to try and walk up square and actually pressure the bomb site. Obviously, there's that clash. Take her down. Get ready for somebody to peek the corner and try to pick her up. Okay, a little late, but we figured it out. Wow, I just really can't kill Clash, apparently. I'm just not a killer. Oh my god, and I died. At this point, we're picking the Capitao to try and deal with the Clash. This is one of my biggest annoyances or grievances with Clash, is that the Capitao doesn't really counter her. And you can see this right here. So I drop as fast as humanly possible, burn it, burn her again. She's stuck in the fire, and she can just walk through it all and get away. So she doesn't even have rook armor on. She still survives. So yeah, and then she can go and get the heals, and I used all my utility, and now what can you really do? She's sitting on her shield. Obviously, there's the mute and dirt as well, so I'm just going to hold the mute. Can I kill Clash on her shield? No. This is a losing gunfight. Peeking this Clash is how you die right here. So what I'm going to do is just hold the... But not if you're better, because I pre-fired her. So because I have wall hacks on her because she's outside, knowing she's behind her shield, I can just pre-fire exactly where she's at, and if she does peek into it, she's going to get headshot. Anyway, so we are able to take her out. If the mute peeks, he is going to die because I have wall hacks and I can pre-fire him. And then that leaves just the rook because my team actually did a very, very nice collapse. So just stalling in dirt allowed my team to gain this control, and these guys were screwed. Like, Clash or not, I could have just waited. I didn't even need to peek the Clash. My teammates were flying through the building, taking them out from behind, and it was a risky gunfight on the Clash that I didn't need to take based on the fact that my teammates were coming in the back, allowing their cheeks from behind, right? At this point, we have the bomb site. We can plant the bomb. We just have to hold his only entrance into the site, which is this, because again, they don't have a rotate. Make the rotates because, you know, obviously not good. Why am I shooting at the back of my teammate's head? Not sure. Won the round pretty flawlessly, just based on the fact they had such a bad site setup and they didn't really hold the important parts of the map. They held dirt tunnel, obviously, but they didn't hold the other stuff, which let my team just run through and shoot them in the back. Not good. We are on the vigil here. Gonna do the site setup because that's important. Gonna impact it because nobody has a shotgun. So impacting the rotate is a necessity at this point. And then you see me go back into that basement. So we're back in the basement again because we know they love to push dirt tunnel. We're still using this to our advantage. Does he know that I'm here? That is the question. I'm just sitting and waiting. So you see I'm picking a different spot. Last time I sat here, so he's probably going to check it. This time I'm just going to stand on the server rack. Let's see how it fares for me. I got hip fired. I got hip fired to death. This is a situation where you can look at this and go, was this a bad move on my part, or did I just get unlucky? Because this guy killed me before he even got his sights up. So realistically, this is a gunfight I should win 9 out of 10 times, especially if I had just the SMG-12 out. Like, I probably win this gunfight even more often. Unfortunately, that's the way I died. So this is a play where it's like, I should have done that. Like, that was not a bad decision on my part. I probably could have played somewhere with a little more cover. Like, I could have went prone behind this desk and then like held like a really passive angle where he's just not prepared for it. Whereas this one was a little more like I'm completely in the open, which is why I lost the gunfight. So it could have been better in a sense that I picked a better position, but it's still an opportunity where I win it more often. So it's still a good play. Like this guy, this dirty tradesman shouldn't walk away from that example right there and say, I won the gunfight, so that was smart. No, he should walk away and say, ooh, that was sketchy. I probably should have lost that, and next time I should have a drone here or drone it before walking in so that that doesn't happen, because most of the time this guy will die just walking in there like a moron, right? Moving into the last round, I believe we're on attack, and we'll see what happens. All right, so we are bringing out the Nomad now to deal with the Clash. Looks like they're not even bringing the Clash, so much for that, you know what I mean? We'll see what we get up to. Driving into the site, figuring out where the site is, knowing what it is, and then I still bring this Nomad expecting to see the Clash, but obviously they don't have it. I can either push dirt again, using, you know, my air jabs and flashbangs to get in. I want to see what it looks like. If they're holding it really heavily, it might be a bad idea. So you see the Azami, you see the Wamai. I should be like, this is a really dumb thing to push because they have all these Azami angles, which are usually one ways and really broken and really stupid. And I could just go with my team and air jab the flanks, then probably push through the hatches. Let's see what I actually decide to do. I see my teammates in the bomb site at this point, and we lost the diffuser. So at this point, I can't get to the bomb site fast enough to help my teammate. I mean, at this point, you see it's 223. My whole team's dead. Is it my team's fault? Kind of, but I did know that my team just ran into the building every single round. So what I probably should have done is run into the building with them, right? So that's a mistake that I made that I could have avoided by realizing how my teammates play and then adopting my play style to fit it in order for us to succeed more. That's something you can kind of take away from this too, is like, just play with your team. I mean, this is something that I've talked about in Spectating Nightmares and Think Like a Champion. Pacing yourself off your teammates is really, really important. You're not only just countering the other team when you solo queue, you're also kind of countering your own team. Baiting this guy's revive. Awkwardest timing ever. Now we're just holding for this zombie to swing again. At this point, we need to get kills. We have to play aggressive. We have to try and take these fights. We need to try and get the kills back. As you can see, I'm just hitting the whiff of the sentry, and then the Wamai disc catches the air jab, and as that happens, they swing me, and I die. So there you go. That's the end of the game. I hope you guys learned something. Let me know what you think of the new series, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.